Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Today we're in the kitchen cooking with the machine shed. Today we're going to turn boring chicken into meal magic with a little help from some green apples and Italian sausage.
Kurt Wagner is the chef here with the recipe. He's here with the machine shed to tell us a little bit more and cook up this delicious dish. So, good morning, Kurt.
Well, good morning, and thanks for having me back again.
Yeah, we got our little assembly line set up here, don't we?
I do. There's a whole lot of things we're going to do. We're going to try and do them in quick fashion to show you it doesn't take long to make a great meal.
Awesome.
All right.
I love that. And, you know, chicken, it's like a lot of people want to serve chicken. It's healthy, it's blah, 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 and it's affordable. But it's like, it's just, you eat the same old chicken, and it gets boring.
That's exactly right. And there are a lot of things you can do, and you can actually change this recipe around, and you can stuff it with seafood. You can stuff it with almost anything you want.
Okay.
So there's lots of different options.
So what do you have in there?
Right now I've got some spicy Italian sausage, and that's a raw product. We're going to add in some diced up Granny Smith apples.
Okay.
And I actually have a little bit of lemon juice mixed in with that.
Can you get spicy sausage like that just at the grocery store?
Yes.
Or, okay, you can.
Yes, you absolutely
can. Buy it in bulk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can buy a pound or 2 pounds. I've actually got a little bit more than 2 pounds here just to make it a little bit easier to kind of show.
Okay.
Okay.
So we just added some shredded cheddar cheese. Now we're going to add some diced red onion.
Okay.
And a little bit of green
Those
onion.
onions are potent.
Yeah,
they
I can
are.
smell them.
That's why I keep them covered right till we go on here. And then a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Okay.
And don't be shy with this because that chicken is going to absorb most of that heat.
Okay.
And then just a little bit of oil so that when you mix it all together, it's going to give it some holding power. It's going to stay together. Okay. And you're just going to take this and you're going to mix this all together.
Does it matter what kind of oil you use?
Vegetable oil works best. Olive oil is good. Pretty much whatever kind of oil you've got handy is going to work fine, other than motor oil, of course. You want to stay away from the motor oil. But other than that, you're good to go.
Not the oil I put in my snowblower, huh?
Yeah, probably not a good plan.
But
we're going to mix that up. And when that's finished, it's going to look like this over here.
Okay. Okay.
And it's all mixed up. And I actually like to mix this up the day ahead of time and let it sit overnight. I can slide this down by you real quick.
Okay.
So it has a chance to kind of soak in, and it's going to get a little bit better flavor out of it.
Okay.
And then what I've got, we normally use like 6-ounce chicken breasts, 6 to 8 ounce chicken breasts, but I made these are bigger. I'm going to set this aside for a minute. You're just going to take a chicken breast, and that's just like you'd buy in a grocery store. Again, a little bit bigger. And you're going to take a knife, and you're going to press down on top, and you can just slide this right in here. Now, I've actually done these ahead of time just to make it easy.
This always looks so tricky to me. One of the things is you need a good knife, right?
Yeah. It has to be a very sharp knife.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
that would make me nervous. I feel like that just makes me nervous.
If you hold it down, you can actually feel where the knife is underneath your hand. It's going to be down like about halfway, and you slice it across, and what happens is you create a pocket.
That's cool.
Okay, and we did the same thing with this one.
Okay.
Is it easier to grill chicken that way too, or is it going to make it too tough if you slice it?
No, that's not going to change how tough it is or not tough at all.
Good to know.
Then we're going to take this.
It's easier than pounding it.
And
you pounded chicken. Here. It's hard to pound chicken.
Yeah, it is.
And you're going to take about 5 or 6 ounces, which is going to be a pretty big sized meatball, if you want to call it that.
Okay.
About like so.
Okay.
And we're going to take this and we're just going to push it in here.
This looks so delicious. Oh my
God,
God,
doesn't it?
Once we get it all in here, then what you're going to want to do is you want to kind of try and flatten this down a little bit so that it's going to cook. It's going to cook more evenly.
Not spill out.
And that sausage was raw, so you know, you're putting the raw sausage and the mixture into the raw chicken breast.
That's correct. You don't want to cook anything ahead of time. I mean, you could, but you kind of risk drying it all a little bit if you do that.
Okay.
Okay, now that we've got it in here, now we're just going to take this whole chicken breast, put it right in the flour.
Okay.
And this is a seasoned flour mix. It's got a little bit of garlic and pepper and salt in it.
Okay.
A little flavor in. Is this an egg wash coming up?
And this is an egg wash.
Because you were talking about that earlier. Molly said she always uses an egg wash, and I didn't really know what that was.
Yeah.
Well, people can actually make them differently. It's basically some scrambled eggs uncooked.
Just do the one if you would, just because we're running a little bit short on time.
Okay, you got
no
it.
problem.
And then we're going to flip this over, make
Give
sure
it a little
it's covered.
bath, a little egg bath.
And
so
then
you don't lose too much flour?
You're going to lose some, but what it's going to do is it's going to give it a way to hold on to more of the breading as we get it into the breading.
Okay.
Yum. What kind of breadcrumbs do you use? Is this like a panko?
This is just, no, this is actually, we bake our own bread at the restaurant, and I take some of those and I kind of second time bake them and dry them out, and then I just shred them. So it's just plain. You could season this if you want. Croutons work really good if you like, like certain flavored croutons.
Crunch them up.
And you set
voila.
it down. and that's what you've got.
No, I'm going to let
chicken breast.
if you don't mind, that's the one that we can taste, right?
Yep,
I'm going to let her slice just a couple here, but just tell us, we don't have time to make the sauce, but what is in the sauce that's on top of it?
Well, the sauce that's on top of it, you're going to use some butter, some green onions, some brown sugar, Templeton Rye. It's a whiskey, chicken base, a little heavy cream. I actually put a little Jack Daniels in this sauce.
Nice.
Guys, because
nice.
we're always talking about that little extra kicker. That's why I call it an Applejack sauce. It's because it's a reduced apple juice and
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
I love it. Okay, so it's the Applejack cream sauce. We have that recipe on our website as well as the recipe for the stuffed chicken breast. You can visit the machine shed and let Kurt make it for you if you're afraid of slicing that chicken breast open just like we are. They have 2 locations, one in Pewaukee, one in Appleton. There are phone numbers there if you'd like to make reservations or book a big group. You can go to machineshed.com. They have a fantastic gift shop there too. You can visit before or after you dine.
This is delicious. It's so, you get that bite of sweetness. I wasn't expecting that. I kind of forgot about the apples.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It is so sweet. You got to get that. It's really good. I cut you a piece too so you can taste it.
Thank you. Thanks Kurt, for being here. We appreciate it.